Hey everyone, welcome to the AutoFlux Games Season 3, or should I say, Mini Games. This video will be a little bit quieter than the last video, at least in terms of background noise. I'm very thankful for that. So we're going to go ahead and start off with two events in one video. Now, the reason that we're doing two events in one video is just because these ones are quick and they're a lot easier to do. So what we're going to be doing is Time Trials Free Roam, my favorite map in the entire game, and we're going to be doing two different races, both of them drag races. So first things first, we'll start off on the classic drag strip, and then we're going to move on to the highway strip. Now, I did mention before that top speed doesn't really matter, but it is going to matter on the highway strip. We'll be able to see which one of these cars is faster long term in that way. I have tested both of the cars on the drag strip. I didn't get times, but the all-wheel drive car does feel faster, but I think what we're going to be able to do from this is, one, be able to get a short time and then a long time, and then we'll have sort of an idea of which one is faster. And then we're going to be trying other things as well in the upcoming videos. We're going to be doing a more technical circuit, which is going to kill me, by the way. There's going to be a lot of steering wheel noise in that. And then we'll be doing maybe a rally course. I haven't decided exactly what that third one is going to be yet. But all that being said, let's go on to the drag strip. And the first car we're going to be going with is the all-wheel drive Panther Circle Sport. Let's go. Alright, so here is the car in-game in case you forgot. These are its stats. It's an all-wheel drive car with a 3.2 liter V6, very similar to the R32 Golf. I honestly didn't even do that on purpose, but somehow it came into my mind to make it a 3.2 liter. Either way, all-wheel drive, front engine V, transverse mounted V6, and it's pretty heavy. Both of these cars are. But we'll be going ahead on the drag strip. We're not going to see any crazy time out of this. We're not going to break 6.5 seconds like we did before. I'm going to do a couple tries and see what the best one of those is. We'll log that down and then we'll move on to the next car. This is not going to be a very long video, which is kind of good because the last two have been really long. Okay, let's go. So revving this car up all the way, that's how I'm going to do things. And both of these cars have sequential transmissions, which is a good thing because it means it's a lot easier for me to shift them, and they can shift a lot faster. That's the only reason I did that. It's not for realism's sake. I know some people were questioning it, but we are going for a 15.467 on our first run. That's not terrible, but that's not great. Let's see if we can do a little bit better than that. And again, high up into the rev range while we're accelerating here, then pedal all the way down, shift it a little bit early on second gear. Let's see if we can do better than that 15.4. I really want to. I'm hoping. I don't think we're going to be able to do much better than that with the secondary, or with the next car. Ooh, 15.333. Okay, that's good. Let's do a couple more runs and we'll see where I end up. Well, I just keep getting faster and faster. That's a 15.267. I'm going to go again, and then probably one more time after that. We'll give them 5 runs each. May as well, I have time. Yeah, I don't think I really did anything different on that last run to make it faster. Maybe just quicker off the draw, perhaps. I'm hesitating a little bit on shifting at times, and I know I shouldn't be. There's no steering involved with this, really. It's just keep it on the road, keep the pedal all the way down, shift up at the right time, and 15.4, so a little bit slower. Alright, that's another 15.4, so that means our fastest time was a 15.2. I'll have that recorded up somewhere, and then at the end we'll be looking at a graph of the, or a chart at the very least, probably not a graph, of what we've come up with in terms of results. That's not too bad, but also we have nothing to compare it to. Let's try the front wheel drive car and see if I can do any better with that one. Alright, so you might remember this car as well. These cars seem to have terrible backfire issues, but this one is an inline 4-cylinder, making 218.5 horsepower. The last one was 230, just so you know. And they're both over 2,000 kilos. Also, this car is front-wheel drive, but it is turbocharged, so it does have a different power delivery system. I'm interested to see if that makes any use of it on the drag strip. I don't think it's really going to. I mean, turbo is one thing, but it does not have that all-wheel drive start. And this is quite a short drag strip as well. I'm thinking, though, that in the end of it, just because it weighs a little bit less, it does have 10 less horsepower, but it may be able to outrun the other car on the highway. So that's a 15.7. Uh-oh. Things are not looking too good for this car. Alright, attempt number 2. I kept getting better last time, at least up until the point where I stopped getting better. But we're going for that 15.2. I don't think it's going to happen unless by some miracle I just nail the start or something like that. But so far, okay. 15.7 is going to be fine. Oh, 15.9 that time. Yikes. Let's see if I can do better than that. So 15.784 seems to be the best time I can get. I'm gonna give it one more shot here. You can see what I'm doing. Basically, I'm just concentrating really hard on matching those shifts, trying to get them right up to the red line, trying to just make as perfect a shift as I possibly can. Now this car does make peak torque just a little bit before the actual shifting point, but I don't think it really makes that much of a difference. That's a 16-second run there. Goodness, so 15.7 is as good as we can do with this car. Alright, on to the highway. Alright, so this is a track that I've actually never done in this game, but looking at it, looks like we're going to have to make it through those barriers, which is an unfortunate reality of this. But it's just like the drag strip, only much longer. So we're going to need to accelerate the same way, just get up to speed as much as we can, and then we'll just be cruising on the highway, trying to get up to that top speed, and we'll see what kind of distance we can get as well. So I'm going to be starting off with the front-wheel drive car because I started with the all-wheel drive car last time. There really is no difference. I've driven both these cars quite a bit at this point, and I was practicing not on this track, but just on that Italy highway before this. Although this one is a lot more straight, I'm barely going to need to turn at all, but this barrier might actually make a difference. Let's give it a try. Here we go. Alright, up into first immediately. That was a really quick shift into second. My mistake there. We'll note that for next time. I'll do 5 runs on this one as well. And up into fourth. We shouldn't need to do much, but I am obviously going to have to watch out. We'll see what kind of top speed we can get up to with this car. I'm interested to see. So we're in 5th gear up to 170 kilometers an hour. I remember in the last video, I was able to get up to 180 or so on the straight section. This does appear to be a little bit shorter than that, as I'm up to 183 without needing to get into 6th gear. That's a 43-second run. Not bad at all. Alright, let's try again. And we'll do it a couple more times here. Okay, let's see if I can do better at this beginning portion. Because last time... Oh yeah, no, okay, I dragged the first gear a little bit too long there for sure. We'll see how much of an effect that has on the actual time though. Alright, the most minimalistic amount of steering to get around that corner, 182, and that's 43.7. So dragging that first gear did actually cause some issues there, but you can actually see the times on the board because I've never done this one up until now. Alright, I've done 3 runs and I really think that the first one was as good as it can get. 43 seconds almost on the dot. That's not bad. Let's compare it though to the other car and we'll see how good we can do with that. I'm very interested to see if all-wheel drive makes any difference here. Alright, revving up once again, all-wheel drive acceleration incoming. Just based on these, these races where acceleration is involved, although saying that acceleration is involved in every race, but the accelerative power of all-wheel drive and having all 4 wheels, especially with a differential, hooking up is going to make a huge difference here. As with most other races that we do. Now this is my first time riding this car down this circuit. It's not even a circuit, it's just a sprint basically. I'm very interested to see though if we can beat 43 seconds. That was a bit of a sloppy run right there, but hopefully we can do better. We might actually need to get up into 6th gear. Probably not. Oh yeah, no, we actually do. Goodness, 40.9. Oh no. Seems that we have a declared winner of this competition so far. We're going to have to make some challenges that'll favor the front-wheel drive car. Now, not everything I do is going to be realistic in the slightest. Like, I may attempt to do a destruction challenge a bit later on, and I also may attempt to do a snow course a little bit later on as well, for the reason that, I don't know, I'm comparing these vehicles in every possible aspect, even if it doesn't make sense on this planet. Well, this car is able to get up to 185 there. That is another 40.9 second run. Quite good. Although they are not that far apart in this section. Only 2.1 seconds apart so far. Let's give it one more try, see if I can do any better than that. And then we'll be off to the end of this challenge. And my last run is a 41 second run, so that means 40.907 seconds is the fastest time so far done on the highway. However, I know we've come to a bit of a conclusion here. The orange car is better than the blue one in terms of drag races, short and long. But why don't we take the fastest drag car that I have ever run? It got a 6.5 second run in the showcase. Let's see if we can do anything better with it on this long track, assuming I still have it installed. Alright, out of curiosity, because apparently I don't have that car installed on Beam anymore, tried to empty out a few of the mods I had. Let's try the Group C L RS on this track. just to set a bit of a benchmark time. We'll see if we can do any better with that. Alright, so this car is pretty ridiculous. Let's see if we can do anything better with this car. I know that we can, but just out of curiosity, I'm interested to see what his lap time on this track will be. And I say lap time, but I really shouldn't. Goodness, the wheel is going a little nuts, and immediately we're having some challenges. Let me try that again. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we can do with this thing. Oh, that was a mistake. And this is obviously not going to be an amazing lap time here just because of the few mistakes I've already made, but this car is wickedly fast, as you can already tell. The wheel is going nuts. It does not like this, and this is one of the reasons why I'm only doing challenges on pavement so far, just because the force feedback is going to be so loud. 290 kilometers an hour. Oh my goodness, even after all these mistakes, 27 seconds. Not bad. Well, there you have it. That's both challenges right there. We found out today that the orange car is quite a bit faster. In both cases, you'll be able to see the times right about now. So we're going to have to tailor some challenges around the front-wheel drive car, as you can see that maybe I should have nerfed the orange one a little bit more to make them more compatible, or comparable I should say. Either way, let me know what you thought of this challenge. It's a little bit different than what you may have expected. Keep in mind, I'm not going to be doing hyper-realistic things for both of these cars. We're going to be changing it up and keeping things hopefully unique and hopefully interesting as well. Yeah, so let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions for things you want to see that these cars will do, let me know. And that's going to be it for this video. See you again tomorrow with another challenge. As usual, I just want to thank those who have chosen to support the channel. We've got Canadian Steel, Slow Fried Chicken 69, Overlord, Dr. Ivo, That Riced Out Explorer, Justin, and QT Bear. Thank you again, guys, for your support. I appreciate all of you a lot.